Hey Janta, I hope you can hear me. Let me increase the gain a little bit. I don't know how good idea that will be. Okay, so I hope you can all hear me. I'll just test this thing out here in the phone so that you don't get a. Hey, okay, I think yeah, this is loud and clear. Okay, we'll go with this. One thing I forgot is this. I have to connect this thing to Bluetooth here. I have to disconnect the Bluetooth from my phone. Connect here. Yes, and then play some music so that I can. Okay, I hope you can hear me and the thing together. So we'll see how much of desktop audio is going on. No desktop audio is going on. That is weird. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so no extra audio is coming somehow. And can you hear me? Okay, so no extra audio is. Okay, let me just do output. Okay, I think it should be coming now. Yeah, let's. Okay, so hi Janta, I'm Kushal. Today we'll try to learn something, but before that we'll just do one typing lesson so that we can, just feel bad about ourselves because my typing sucks, as you can see. So I'm still learning to type. I think I can type better on the typing practice, but at the end I want to just give me a second. Yeah, and then I just want to learn the touch typing for my coding skills, so I better learn this thing with the code only, right? So this is why this website called Dev Typer. It gives a code from open source repos, and yeah, we can basically practice them out and have fun with it. So yeah, this is where I am right now. Not great position, but not bad as well. So I'm averaging around, I guess, 15-14 words, which is not really good here, but we'll see. The goal is to improve, right? So we will get improved one day. Just keep typing because I can see the improvement from few days, and yeah, that's what I want, to be honest, in my life. Okay, so okay, it didn't counter my thing. So anyway, when you learn this, we'll go to today's topic. Today we are learning redis CLI and how to make a queue using not in redis instead of bullmq. So I have given a talk on my channel about no, not on my channel, but yeah, I have given a talk about queues. You can see in the projects, and this one, message queues, optimizing API responsibility, message queues. So you can watch this thing, it's available on YouTube link. But I have used bullmq in that thing. I don't want to use bullmq here instead of that thing. Bullmq is also based on Reddit, but we are not going to use bullmq. We are just going raw into the redis thing. So we'll see. So this is redis website. Redis also nowadays sells cloud, so that's their main product. And yeah, they have good animations and all. Anyway, what we were trying to look for was how to install this thing locally. Most likely I'll go with the Docker thing, and we'll see. Redis CLI, this is what I'm looking for. So yeah. So generally Redis is used for two things. First is in caching using key value stores, and second is to make queues, or I would just pre-matter message queues, right? So let me explain the second thing first. I think, okay, let me explain both one by one. So let's just say let's go to pen tool. Let's just say this is our computer and this is our server where files are hosted or website is hosted, and there's one database here somewhere, and the database is basically SQL, NoSQL, any kind of database, right? And let's just say we want to call for give me a YouTube, and it's going here for youtube.com. We'll call YouTube and it will get all the data, and then it will fetch all the data again here, and then it will go here and then deliver to your website, deliver to your computer, right? The problem with that is if your data is too much or a lot of users are querying, you have this process running too much, right? And each time you make a read or write, it increases the bit of latency, because a lot of write slow down the database server, right? Or even a lot of reads can do that, and your server should be able to handle that thing. Now also a lot of latency means a lot of slow response, and users don't want to wait, right? So there's an if you make use a lot of it, they'll just go over to your competitor or anywhere else. So what you will do is you will try to look for something for caching, right? So let's say a frequent data, which is very, let's just say you're on home page and you have an image which is very frequent. Most of users are visiting the home page and they are saying, okay, there is an image that I want very frequently for most of the users. So what I do is I just cache this thing in the RAM. So I'll just cache this thing in the RAM so that it is very fast and accessible, right? So I don't have to go look for another make connection to database and ask the image and serve back to you. Instead, I'll just cache this thing here in the server only and just pass here. So that will increase my speed and latency. So that is where the Redis comes in. So we can just install Redis and it will be in the in-memory database in here. Second thing is message queues. So let's take an example of e-commerce sites, right? Let's just say you're shopping on Amazon or Flipkart, and the thing is you have processed your payment and your order is confirmed, right? And you see that to confirm your order, they'll give you notification in app, they'll give you email, a lot of things, right? They will notify you multiple ways that your order has been confirmed and it will come. And the problem with that is there are some of the things which are critical in our code and some are not. So we should try to identify first of all critical and non-critical things, and if there's a thing is non-critical, we can basically process this bit slower or bit differently in different microservices, rather than all getting into one. So let's just say you are making an order, right? Not this icon, this, and you have done your payment, and everything goes to backend server. Now this is gone here, backend will see, okay, the payment received, order confirmed, order ID generated. Now we have to send mail to user, send order placement to user, this kind of thing, right? So the problem with that is not the problem. So these are critical step, this is very critical step, this is critical step, but this thing user can wait for 1 or 2 minute delay for the mail, right? Let's just say you order something, and if you receive email after 2 minutes, you won't be much angry with Amazon, because you can wait for that time. But after the payment, you on the app or on the website, you should see that order has been confirmed. That is primary thing, right? So we can basically segregate those two things, this thing and this thing. The goal is we can segregate those things, and our primary thing, this should be goes to the user again, and user should not feel angry that, okay, hey, I'm waiting for 2 minutes here and my payment is not confirmed. So that will be very wrong. And to send the email, what we can do is we can just make a queue which will listen for coming email. Let's say it will say email to Sharma Kushal78@gmail.com with subject order number 1 to placed, body, hey Kushal, your order has been confirmed successfully. Now the thing is, why do we need an, how do we make it left align? Okay, is it? No. Okay, it can be. So the thing is, why do we need a queue? Like, we can just make a new microservice and send it out. The problem is, in the real scenarios, the email, let's just say it's a big billion day or a sale, right? 100,000 users are ordering, and the problem is we can only send 30 emails per minute. Now the problem is, if we have 100k users are ordering and we can just send 30 email per minute, lot of what will happen is lot of email will not go, right? We don't go to sender, because we can only send 30 emails, and if just say out of the 100 users, let's just say even if 100 of users have placed order under a minute, now what will happen? The 30 will go, 70 will bounce, and they won't know if there's they got email or not. So in order to resolve that thing, what we'll do is we'll make a queue. It will basically take, okay, this is my email, store it here, this is another person email, store it here, and similarly what it will do is it will store all the emails, and there will be a worker assigned to our email worker will be assigned to it, right? It will come and take each email, and we can just make a, what we call rate limit, or we can just say process 30 emails per minute, and yeah, we can just say process only 30 emails per minute, so that the count doesn't overflow. And this the remaining, let's just say if we can say that process only 3 emails per minute, what will happen is those two will be processed per minute and those two will remain, right? those two remaining will go in the next batch. And let's just say user receives this thing after 2 minutes. User will be happy that they have received the email, and they won't be angry that my process got slow and I didn't receive any confirmation screen. So they'll receive confirmation screen fast, and the email will be a bit slow because it is not very the crucial part of our code, so the user can stay for 2 minutes longer on the email confirmation. So that's how it will make everyone happy. So this is the goal. If you didn't understand, you should watch my the talk. It is much more going into details of how queue works and why do we need queue. You can go and watch that thing. In the meantime, yeah, so this is the logic. Now we can make a multiple ways queue using multiple ways. Redis is one of them. So there are few there's RabbitMQ, there's Kafka. These are the popular three ones I know. There must be a lot of other tools as well. So in the JavaScript I have made a queue using Redis, but mainly using bullmq, which is also based on Redis. So in the backend it uses Redis only, but we get a good wrapper around it. So today I want to try this thing only with the Redis because I saw one of the Hercules thing video and I wanted to replicate that part so that we can run the Redis CLI better. Just that, right? So the goal was that only. Now we'll see. Okay, so let's do one thing. We will go to ChatGPT. Hopefully I have given my things. Yeah, guidance. Now what I wanted, yeah, how to run Redis CLI locally using Docker. So I have already image of Docker, so Docker ps. Right now there's nothing running, but if you look at my stopped containers, you'll see I have run 20 Redis. There'll be a Redis for one of those things as well. Yeah, Redis latest, Redis psiq. So I've run Redis. I'll just use that image only, and yeah. So I'll just use this thing. I already have pulled a Redis image before, so I won't be doing that. We'll try to go to some cd space. I don't think we need to do anything. We'll just, yeah, here we'll run them. So if we now do docker ps, and the Redis has started, and what this command did is it ran a container in detach mode with the name of Redis server and with this port and image of the Redis. Okay, so you can see the name of container is Redis server and the image is Redis. Now we'll just want to access this thing, so what we'll do is we'll say give us interactive mode. We could have used directly to do that, but yeah, anyway, I just wanted to follow this thing. So yeah, so we are in Redis CLI. If we write help, something should come. Yeah, there's some as you can see, we have a Redis CLI, and to get a help about Redis, these are the options, right? Anyway, now see, yeah, you can do directly this command too instead of those two commands. So this is for I would say this thing, so we can have a caching, right? So this command are giving me for that thing. You can set thing, get thing, delete thing. So these are for that. I think I want to do this thing. Most likely I want to use redis as q. Yeah, so I think, yeah, L push and R push. So we do L push, then the queue name, which is jobs, and yeah, here we have passed task one. Now this has if you do this thing, you'll see there's a task one pending here, right? Now if you do this, there's nothing more because we have popped everything. Now if you just do task one, here task two, task 3, task 4, and then we do up of jobs, we'll get the uh, last most item here, right? And if we do again task 2, and then we'll task 4. So whichever come first, we'll use that thing, because if you look at this thing as simply as this thing, let's make this why is the frame, dude? I just want a rectangle. Yeah, anyway, so this is a queue, and we have left push an item, job 1. So task 1, this is a task 1, and then will be task 2, task 3, task 4, etc., right? And when we pop it out, the first item will go and then second will come. So the way they were inserted, that's the default setting will come out, and that's how we want it as well, right? So yeah, this is the example for this. Now I want to enter more thing, like not just string, right? So what if I want to enter object? I think that will be allowed. So only string there. Okay, so we'll have to basically stringify thing. Okay. We'll see if we can do that. And okay, so this is the way, I guess. This says we'll have to stringify this thing, and then when we want to access it, we'll have to parse it out. I don't know if I want to do that. Let me just go to YouTube with her thing and we'll check what it did. We have given the website. Yeah, let's go here and see what it did. Okay, so they are just entering the ID, so it will work. They're using L push and H set. We did use push, right? Yeah, we use push only. And there's another one is edge set. What is that? Edge set. Control F edge set is anything? Okay. Okay, we can do hash table here. User one name Alice. Okay. I like this part, edge set thing. Use edge set. Okay, so this is for making cache. But hey, we just want to just know the status and retest and play around. This thing just for a counter a boolean value is good idea. So we can use that. Otherwise, we should just use this thing list, which is lget and hget. Sorry, lget and rget, I believe. Yeah, sorry, lpush and rpop. So yeah, we'll just use this thing to make a nodejs project. We have this open. I will just want to exit. Control D works. Okay, great. So we'll just go here, projects, and we'll go to projects. We'll go to cd space. Do we have node? Okay, not okay. We'll go to JS. Go mkdir node. That is q. Cd space node hyphen redis q. Okay. So npm init hyphen y. Right. Next is we'll just do. I think this thing only. Redis. npm redis will do. Yeah. Okay, we'll just open this in code. We'll see what we can do. Worker.js. The another one will be consumer.js. So worker is for entering the queues and the consumer is taking it, right? So let's just say we and okay, let's give me good thing. Process job, I don't know if I want that. I'll pop. No, I want to push this thing. So it's not giving me correct thing. Till here we are, what we are doing is we are just trying to connect to the redis. This goes good. Then what we want to do is use lpush to enter to queue, right? This is what I want to do. And there are two ways basically. One is we make an express server and endpoint and we hit the endpoint to make a new job, or we can just run a normal this thing, right? So what we can do is we can just make a function add job. We can just do this thing, this, right? So we just write it email queue so we can understand better, and task is send email to this thing. Yeah, that's it. And we can just do this thing to multiple places. So we'll just do user one, yeah, this thing, right? So on the side we'll just do this, and on the consumer side we use the same thing here as well. Yes, okay. And then okay, this is good. Now just run this thing. So let me give you a bit of idea. So how this will work is so this is a queue. We have, let's just say, 4 items which are pending for processing. So there'll be one is a worker and another is a consumer. So I'll just make another example for you, right? Let's just say okay, let me just get those 3-4 things out of this here. So here, right, one is worker and another is consumer, right? And this is a queue. Its name is email queue is the name of this queue. And what happens is these are the email calls are coming. First came and then it goes to here, second came, it goes to here, third came, it goes to here, and fourth came, it goes to here. Now there's a consumer which has a while loop running, and anytime a new item comes it will say okay, if you are new item comes, it will process it, whatever the processing is. In case, let's just say we are sending email, it will email it. Otherwise it will stay what do you say, stay in the loop or wait for the new item email to come, right? So yeah, so this is the logic. Here we'll have to push them, right? Push first email, push second email, etc. And that will consume one by another. Let's just say first one came, okay, it will consume it, second came, it consumed it, third came, it consumed it, fourth came, it consumed it. So this is how to go. And this ideal, it will just stay in the loop or wait for the new item to come. So we'll see this live here. We'll see the worker has nothing but we are connected to redis, and now we have made this function which basically takes the two things. First is the queue name, and second is whatever the item of the job is. So let's just say we have an email queue. We want to send a JSON body with task is send email, and user is user example. And I'll just also give one more thing, which is id is 1 comma this thing. So here's, so you can see better this thing, right? There's nothing. In the consumer, there's two functions. One is a consume job, which is basically doing rpop and item from queues, and this item, it will basically return the item, otherwise it will return null. So what are the example uses? So we are just running a while loop. And this will just process the queue which is named as email queue, and if there's a job, So how do we know if it's job? Because it will, otherwise it will run null. It won't go into that thing. If it don't return null, then it will truthy, it will go into this thing, consider processing log job, right? And if there's not null, then it is not queue, and it will return again basically in the 2 seconds. So yeah, we'll run two things. We'll run split tab node space worker nodejs, and it did something. I don't know if it worked. Another is node space consumer nodejs. Yeah, so as you can see, this jobs has been consumed, and now it is waiting for more jobs to come. It is checking every 2 seconds. Now let's just say if we do more of this thing, we just do 7 8 13 14, and here do 12, it is 14, it is say 53. It will work fine. Now we'll have to run this again, and we have run 4 more jobs. So now I'm not doing any sending real emails, so it is very instant, but in the real world scenario this will be very slow, or maybe bit slow. So this will process the thing and then process the next part, right? So yeah, this is the overall idea behind today's video. I don't want too much to add, and yeah, so I think I thought that would be complex and stuff, but it was not. So yeah, we can basically we can summarize what we did. So we just learned about this thing, which is called redis CLI. Redis CLI is let us do same thing here on the terminal. So if we want to go into that thing, what we do is we just we save a container which has a name called redis server. So we said, okay, Docker, let us execute this thing in interactive mode, and yeah, redis server with this command redis CLI. So if we just run this thing, I believe it should give us something. I don't know if it will or not. Okay, no, we need to give a command as well. So we just redis CLI is a command. So now we get here. Now again, if we have consumer which is stopped, right, what we can do is we can just make a worker. So now these 4 jobs are added in the queue. The queue name is this. What we can do is we can just do rpop, and then queue name is this, and we'll see what will come. That's what we did about, right? Rpop / okay, no, not this. Okay, so we'll do rpop and then queue name. Yeah, so you see that the first one has came here. If you run this again, the next one will come, ID number 8, next will be 13, next will be 14, and now next there will be nothing. So yeah, this is how it will work in CLI, and similar it works in the with node as well. So yeah, we learned redis CLI, and we use node to interact with the redis. So as we know that redis is used for 2 things. One is for key value stores, and another is for to make a message queues, right? There may be multiple application of this thing. This is what I know, and based on my limited experience, right? And we learned how the caching works. Basically, if your database query is taking time, let's just say there's a lot of joins and a query is a slower thing, what you can do is, if it's a frequent thing, you can make a cache of that thing. So you will use that to store it in a RAM or key value store, which is using your RAM. So it is faster to access as well as faster to process. So that you don't have to go every time to server database server to fetch the long query. You can just return that whatever cache. The problem with this term is the source of truth. Let's just say you are making some what you can do. Okay, let's just say that you are monitoring a parking system. You have a parking system, and you are get your website user is saying that tell me how many park car is there, and now you don't want to do an expensive query to database. What you will do is you will just save it in ring. The problem is, let's just say there's new car enters in parking, and you haven't updated uh, this particular RAM is cached. So what you do? That's where the concept of TTL comes. TTL is time to leak. So you can define, you have to basically experiment based on your application how fast the data changes, or you can invert the cache using some options as well. But this thing decide the how much time this cache will live, and if there's no if the time to live is expired, it will ask for fresh from database and then copy it again here. Second thing is make a message queue. Message queue is nothing but an, if you have a less priority task which can uh, take bit of time to execute, and it is not necessarily to be done instantly. What you can do is you can uh, put it in a queue and basically run it on simultaneously instead of blocking the whole process. So you can think about notification, emails, you can think about any expensive calculation. What you can do is you can just download it in background, keep it running, and then whenever it turns you can just send the user notification. Let's just say you are downloading a CSV with 1,000 or 2,000 or multi-thousand records. What you can do is you can just say, hey, your ID is generated, this is where we are downloading your thing. As soon as you process this thing, you can get it, and you can just poll the queue and check if it has been done or not. So this is how the queue works. And we learned about you can make a queue using redis, rabbit, kafka, etc., and how worker and consumer happens. And consumer is basically you can add multiple consumers for a long term. Let's just say you have 1,000 or 100,000 emails coming each day for AWS or Amazon. What you can do is you can add a multiple consumer, and they can run simultaneously for this thing, so that even if you have more lot of emails coming, they can consume it out. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for joining in. See you. Bye bye. I'll stop streaming here.